Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video to get this T25 challenge group started off on the right foot as with respect to one thing, and that's measurements and check-ins. Part of our accountability with this, to ourselves at least, is to be able to check in and do some measurements weekly. And as you see in the wall calendar that you got with your program, there's a Saturday accountability column for at the end of each week for you to track your progress on some things. One of them is weight, and all you need is just a bathroom scale, to stand on, to track your weight each week. What I would recommend with that, though, is that you wear the same exact thing or not things to do that weight each week. Therefore, you won't be tracking how heavy your clothes are or what's in your pockets or anything like that. And I would also recommend doing it at the same time of day that you do it each time. So if your first measurement is in the morning, I do that throughout the whole program so that you're not tracking how, it makes a difference, trust me. Secondly, your chest, waist, arm, and thigh measurements could be important to you if you're tracking inches lost or gained during a fitness program. And so what you'd need for that is some sort of tape measure. Most Beachbody programs come with one of these tape measures. T25, at least in my case, did not. And I'm kind of disappointed they didn't include one. Maybe you got one in yours, and if you did, let me know. But if you did not, just pay attention, because in a little while I'm going to offer you a chance to possibly get one from me. Anyway, with the chest measurement, I just wanted to show you how to do it because, again, this program did not come with a tape measure or a guide on how to take measurements, so this is it right here. You take the end of the measuring tape, and I always like to put it right in my sternum, right in the middle of my chest, and go over the top of my chest, right in the middle. And I do it the same way each time. I'm going to do it with my shirt on, just for this video. But I usually do mine with my shirt off, so it's not, again, taking measurements of any of my clothing. But you get the end touched to as far as around as your chest is. It's not going to be 1,000,000% accurate. There's a little room for error because of how tight you're going to squeeze at one time or how you're standing. But just try to do it the same way each time and see where that comes to. That's your chest size. The second one on here is waist. That can be confusing because there's two different things, waist and there's hips. And on here it doesn't ask you for hips. Waist generally in the fitness world is around your midsection where your belly button is. So if you go right over the top of your belly button, I like to kind of stick that end right there and go around and measure and see what number that is. That's your waist. This is your hips down here where the top of your pants is, and that's a different measurement. So you could do either one. This asks for waist, and I would recommend for the T25 challenge that you do waist, just like I showed. Arm measurement, you can do your bicep, and very simply you're going to go around the middle of your arm. This one's kind of tricky because you need to flex. That means strengthen your arm at one point, and then you got to go around with a tape measure. I like to just drape the measure over my bicep, flex it up, and then pull it as tight as I can underneath on this measurement. So hopefully you can kind of see that, and maybe not exactly what number I am. But the thigh, kind of the same thing. Find the center of your thigh between your knee and your hip and hold the tape measure in the center someplace there, and then pull the other side around until you get a measurement. You can join the two ends, and that'll be your thigh measurement. I would recommend maybe doing both if you think that's important. One is cool. I mean, you can make it as big a deal as you want or not as big a deal as you want. But I would recommend having those measurements at least prior to starting the program, and then halfway through, and certainly at the end, so that you can track changes. But part of the challenge group is to be accountable to everyone or yourself and post your measurements every week on Saturdays. So that's kind of neat. And there'll be some prizes and stuff for that. But if you have any questions about measuring or measurements, make sure that you contact me in the Facebook group or send me a private message. I'll get right back to you as soon as I can. How do you get one of these? I have a handful of these hanging around here that I've gotten over the years through doing Beachbody programs. And if you don't have a tape measure, send me a Facebook message in the group or on Facebook, or shoot me an email at coachtass@gmail.com, or text me. One of those ways as soon as possible, because I will go to the post office today. Today is Saturday. I will go to the post office today and get you that in the mail so that you can have it in the next few days. I will need your address, so along with that message, please send me your address. I'm heading out to the post office mid-afternoon today. If I don't do it today, I'll be doing it Monday, but I want to get you this as soon as possible. Like I said, I only got a handful of them, so if you're one of the first responders, you'll get one. If you don't get one, here's another option for if you don't have, like when I was in my 20s, I certainly didn't have one of these. So if you're younger and you didn't have something like that laying around at home, get a string. You can take a long string and do your measurements with the string and then hold it up to a ruler or a yardstick or something like that, or whatever way that you can come up with a way to do your measurements. But hopefully this helped you out, and if you have any questions, give me a shout. Peace.